Boom shakalaka, record market pessimism, inflation numbers turning around and their impacts on markets, plus a bunch of Bitcoin bottoming signals flashing. Could we be setting up for a massive cryptocurrency pump? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video we're taking a look at Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, the effect of inflation and other market factors on the whole sector. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Push that like button. Now today, Fear 28. Yesterday, 26. Day before that, 22. What is happening as the numbers are increasing and yet cryptocurrency prices are decreasing, down almost 3% from yesterday. Bitcoin at 16,203, Ethereum at 1173, BNB at 295, XRP 38 cents, Dogecoin at 9 cents, Cardano 30 cents, and Polygon 82 cents. And you have to ask yourself, what is happening as people are getting less fearful and yet the price is going down? We have, that is called a bullish divergence in Bitcoin and the Fear and Greed Index. But as of yesterday, Bitcoin getting sharply rejected by this orange line, the 20-day moving average. And if that doesn't show weakness, well, I don't exactly know what does. But if we take a look at sentiment right now, we can see bullish sentiment is this green line, poof, sharp down. Bearish sentiment, this red line, sharp up. Extreme market pessimism. Let's take a look at the last time we had extreme market pessimism. Oh, was that the bottom? Yeah. How about the time before that? Oh, was that a local dip? Yep. How about the time before that? Yep, another local dip. Now, that being said, it doesn't always mean that things are bad when we have very bullish sentiment and bearish sentiment down there, because as you can see here, that was just kind of like a local top, not like a massive top, but we did see it here as well. Now, that being said, Bitcoin right now is not following the S&P 500. There is a divergence in price. You can see S&P going up, Bitcoin going down. Why is this? Should we blame SPF? That's up to you. Now, we do have the most anticipated recession ever by like a factor of 2, okay? Probability of recession over the coming 12 months. Almost 50% of participants saying, yep, we're going to have a recession. Could half of the population be correct for the first time ever? Notice how the last time it was like 33%. A third of people thought that was going to happen. And notice there was a recession kind of after that. But also look at the times when they were high and there weren't recessions after that as well. Now, this is off the chart. Could everybody be right? Yes. Are they? Who knows? Because maybe we're starting to see a peak in inflation already happening. It turns out that stocks do well after inflation peaks. You can see this line would be the peak inflation, and then we can see its effects on stocks leading up to peak inflation and after peak inflation. Now, if inflation has peaked, look what happens after. Stocks go up dramatically after inflation. As a matter of fact, the S&P price actually predates the inflation peak by about a month. So, could we see the bottom, particularly if inflation has already peaked? Yeah, certainly could. Right now, Bitcoin has witnessed a typical bear market capitulation. Realized profit-loss ratio hit record low levels. We can see these same levels were the levels that were touched in previous bottoms. Willy Woo talking about his CVD price floor being tested. Now, this is the coin value days destroyed. Uses age and value of Bitcoin moving to new investors to create a floor. Now, the theory is when significantly old coins, say bought at $100, pass to new investors, say at $16,000, the market perceives a higher floor. He created CVD floor in 2019. This is its first test. So he created it back here in 2019. It hasn't actually been tested yet, but right now we are at the levels that did reach market bottoms in previous cycles. But that's not the only bottom indicator. If we take a look at time between bottoms, we can see the 2018-2019 bottom. Guess what? 364 days. Where are we right now? 364 days from the top, especially since these bull runs were pretty much identical, about 1064 days. Could we have a complete repeat going on? We could, but it's going to be tough to say until the future. If we take a look, not only at the length of time, but also the percent retracement. A lot of people are saying it needs to go lower because we need to get there. Well, if we put a presumed retracement box, negative 80%, into each of the Bitcoin bear markets, we could clearly see that Bitcoin is very close to the end of the current bear market. Right now, that would be roughly around $13,000, $14,000-ish, somewhere around there. And you could see previously that was right around the bottoms, 80%, 80%, 80%. Which brings us to this chart right here, the Bitcoin reversal. While bearish sentiment is predominant, at the same time, the RBGI, very close to switch from red to blue on the monthly time frame. Now, the longer the time frame, generally, the more accurate in terms of long-term trends. And we can see when this flips from red to blue, the bottom was already in. Flips from red to blue, pretty much at the bottom. Flips from red to blue, bottom was already in by like a month or two. Well, it looks like it's about to flip. We can see this red band narrowing, which is what happens between the flips from red to blue, could be getting pretty darn close. And if we take a look at this chart here, this is even more optimistic. We can see this one here, the cycle channel oscillator flashing a buy signal. Every time the indicator goes below the red zone where it is right now, it has marked the bear market bottom and has been a perfect area to buy Bitcoin. You can see back here when it was below the red area, perfect area to buy Bitcoin before the pump. Again, back here 2015, below the red, perfect area to buy Bitcoin below the pump, which brings us to this question. Do we have the biggest ever alt season incoming? If we take a look, we could have a complete repeat of previous cycles with cycle count and everything, where we have the floor, the top, a little bounce afterwards before massive pump. Well, we have the floor, the top, little bounce afterwards. Do we have massive pump incoming? Well, there's a lot of evidence, yes. There's also a lot of pessimism, no. We'll kind of have to see how this turns out. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoy it, push that like button. I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
Never gonna give you